Hello. In this short video, I wanted to look at a new bit of functionality that's just shipped within NuGet.org, the website that is NuGet.org, and how that relates to Cake. So this is NuGet.org. Everyone, if you're a .NET developer, you know what NuGet.org is, and it's where you consume packages for adding into your application to provide functionality that you're looking for. So an example would be something like Poly. So if you're wanting to do some retry logic, you would come to NuGet.org, you would install it, and then you would use it within your application. And what NuGet.org offers are these tabs along the top here for how you might want to install it. So if you're installing using the NuGet Package Manager, this is the command that you would run. If you're running the .NET CLI, this is the command that you run, or if you're adding a package reference, etc. They've got all these mechanisms for adding this package to your application, depending on what you're using. But the thing that I'm interested in from a Cake perspective is that there's now this Cake tab on the end here. So if you wanted to consume this package within your Cake script, then it tells you exactly what you need to do now. So example would be with Poly. If you wanted to add it as an add-in, then this is what you would add. You would add the preprocessor directive that is add-in, and then NuGet package equals poly, and then the version number. Or if you wanted to install it as a tool, then it gives you the options right there and then. So rather than in your Cake script having to kind of remember the syntax or go off to the documentation to figure it out or copy from a previous preprocessor directive that you've used, it's now directly on the website. Now it gets a little bit more interesting when we then add specific tags to a NuGet package. So for example, this one, cake.7zip, is specifically a Cake add-in. So it provides method aliases that extend the Cake DSL for functions that are specific to 7-zip. So when we look at the Cake tab over here, we get a more specific preprocessor directive that you want to add to your script, because the owner of this package has added or extended the tags to include the fact that it is a Cake add-in. And that's something that we need to work with the community with to ensure that all Cake add-ins have that, so that the preprocessor directive lights up properly. But the functionality in the website is there today, and it will light up if that tag is in play. So there are additional tags. That was the Cake add-in. We can also look at modules. So this is a different new package in the Cake ecosystem where you're, rather than adding method aliases to Cake, you're actually kind of potentially rewriting the engine of Cake and making it doing what you want it to do. So in this system, the build system module, the creator of this package is extending knowledge about different CI systems, whether it's Team City, whether it's Azure DevOps, whether it's TFS, etc. So the preprocessor module is again slightly different, because it goes into the Cake ecosystem in a different way. So you need a slightly different preprocessor directive in order to make use of it. So again, the Cake tab here explains exactly what's needed, and that is again contingent on a tag being in place. So there's one down in here that is a Cake module. So the Cake -module, anything that's got that will light up this tab with knowledge of that specific preprocessor directive. So again, we need to work with the community to ensure that all the modules contain it, but the infrastructure is there. And the final one, or there's one other, but there's also the concept of a recipe package within Cake, where you bundle up lots of different Cake scripts into a NuGet package, and then you use the load preprocessor directive in order to make that function. So if we look at the Cake tab for this one, then we'll see that it's now using that load preprocessor directive. So you can just come in here, click copy, and immediately put it into your Cake script, and it's already got the version number exactly in the format that you need it in order to consume it. The final one is whether it's a .NET tool. So this is the Git version tool. So this one again is it knows that it's a .NET global tool. So again, the preprocessor directive changes slightly, because this time around, what will happen within a Cake script when you use this one is that it will download the tool, install it into the local folder contained within your repository, and then be able to execute that tool. So again, it's functionally there in the website. Not all Cake packages have it, but if there's not a specific tag for it. So if we go back to the poly one, if there's not a specific tag associated with the package that will light up a specific preprocessor directive, you will get the option of having both. So at that point, you can copy them and pull it into your cake strip, and then maybe delete the one that you don't need. But it's really exciting to see NuGet.org accepting external ecosystems into NuGet.org and providing them the functionality to show how those things can be added into that specific ecosystem. The F# interactive one is a reasonably new addition to the website as well, so it's really exciting to see it being expanded out. So huge thanks to Joel and the other folks on the NuGet team who were involved with this. And from our side, both Augusto and Nils were the driving force behind getting this added in. So lots of credit to them for getting this done. And hopefully this is of use to you. Let us know if it's not, or if there's other things that you want to see. We definitely want to hear some feedback. So thank you very much for listening.